All right, what's up? This is Sneaky Athletic. Today we'll be talking about some NBA Finals, some MLB news, stuff that's going on in MLB, um, some uh, NFL, and some fantasy football stuff. What are you doing, Will? Um, and yeah, just anything else that comes up. So, do y'all have anything y'all want to start with, or what?
I don't.
Okay, well, I say we start with basketball since that happened last night. So,
Okay.
Will and I watched the whole game.
The whole game?
Yeah, literally the whole.
It was painful.
But that's probably the first full NBA game I've watched in a while, like just from start to finish. But it was a great game. Another great defensive play, won it for the Bucks.
It's true.
So, yeah, I mean, Giannis and Middleton and Holiday balled out, which, I mean, I think if all three of them ball out, they're hard to beat. So, but yeah. Will, do you have anything to add?
I mean, it's really been like just a complete tale of two halves. Or, the Suns just keep kicking themselves in the foot over and over again by going on a huge lead and then just somehow choking it away.
Yeah.
And can't really point to, Devin Booker being at fault, even though he was the one that got the steal off, or that Drew Holiday got the steal off of last night. Because, I mean, he had 40. I don't think he put two mid-range shots the entire game. I mean, dude was wet like water the entire time.
Yeah.
And just happened to, Drew Holiday had the presence of mind to just go in there.
The presence of mind?
Yeah, the presence of mind.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a great defensive play by Holiday.
Yeah.
It's hard to really fault Booker. But yeah, I'm hoping Middleton can keep balling out, and maybe I'll get lucky and he'll actually win Finals MVP.
I don't know. It looks like Giannis has got it.
Yeah, Giannis has been playing really well.
Middleton, he was playing like a wuss last night.
The third quarter, Middleton balled out.
Yeah, he had 20 in the third quarter, and then 5 in the other three combined.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Game 6. Y'all think the Bucks ended in 6? Do y'all think it goes to 7?
I said Suns at 7 before it started.
You
and
still
I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
I'm sticking with it.
John Alex, what about you?
Well, my prediction was way off.
Well, I know, but now, do you think Bucks win it in 6, or does it go to 7?
I think the power of the beer chug.
So you think?
Yeah, between Dana.
Is Dana Beers going to be
Dana and Tikatari.
Huh?
Between Dana and Tikatari.
Yeah, but is Dana going to be there? Do you know?
He has to be courtside. In my opinion, I think he has to coach.
Just take over for Budenholzer?
Oh, what is Budenholzer? What is
Budenholzer's not good.
No, but I'm just saying, what is he doing? You know what I mean? He's out there. Maybe he's calling a couple plays, but does Giannis even understand the plays? I don't know.
I mean, he's Greek. He can speak English.
But you see, Budenholzer is not an English speaker. Not a lot of people know that about him.
Oh, I didn't know that. So thank you for shedding light on that.
Yeah, that's because it's not true.
Will, what do you think? 6 or Suns force Game 7?
Well, since it just finally became an actual series with an away team winning the game, I think the trend's going to continue. And you know how the first 4 games was all the home team, and now it's going to be last 3 are all the away team.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Bucks in 7?
Bucks in 7.
Okay. I think the Bucks end it in 6. I think they've got all the momentum right now.
Yeah.
All of it.
And yeah, I'm with John Alex. The beer chugging duo of Dana Beers and Bakhtiari is just, it gives them too much
Dude.
use.
Performance enhancing
People.
yeah, PEPs.
But yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So I guess we can go ahead and move on to baseball, since I feel like football we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So we can go on to baseball. So I don't know, Will and Mason, y'all know more. So I guess we
Well,
can talk about, like, I mean, the All-Star game happened,
yeah. Yeah.
Home run derby. Y'all can just kind of talk about what's happened recently and all that.
Well, as you know, the American League won the All-Star game, and Pete Alonso from the University of Florida
Yeah.
repeated as Go Gators repeated as home run derby champ. But this is going into, it's my favorite part of the year in baseball season. I said that last time with the trade deadline.
Mhm.
You can already see the Cubs are starting to sell a little bit. The Braves got Peterson. How do you feel about that, Will?
I mean, besides that 2-week span after he came back from that injury, he hasn't been doing a ton. I mean, I know that he hit a homer for you guys in that first game and a
Yeah.
double.
Yeah,
But
he did. Today he doubled.
Is
But-
it Brock Peterson?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have mixed feelings about that in general. Being a Braves fan, when Acuna went down, I turned to wanting to sell completely, because I don't think our staff is deep enough to, even though we're 4 games back, I don't think our staff is deep enough to make that run and make that climb, especially losing arguably the best player in the game.
mhm.
So I kind of just wanted to sell and reset for next year. But I will say that we've made 2 trades. We traded for a catcher too. And the 2 trades that we've given up first base prospects, and Freddie Freeman's contract is up at the end of the year. So that makes me think that Freddie's probably, we're going to make a hard push at Freddie, which I knew that, but it makes me
I
think
mean, they
that,
should.
yeah, but it makes me think that that the Braves organization thinks that he will resign. So
I think that's only a natural response. I mean, you know, you've got Freddie, you've got Rizzo, John Alex have Goldschmidt on his shirt right now. The 3, preeminent first basemen, 2 of them may be looking in different jerseys next year,
Yeah.
depending on how the Braves and the Cubs feel about their not necessarily faces of their franchise, but kind of their rock.
yeah, the guy who's been there for years. He's been the face of the franchise for years for both of them. It'll be interesting to see what happens within the next week or 2, leading up to the deadline. I think overall there will be more buyers than sellers. So people will be like the Cubs being sellers. They can offer, or they can have a high price for everybody on their roster and get good returns, because outside of the NL West, I'm pretty sure like all the divisions are really tight. So I mean, the AL East, the Red Sox are up a couple games, and I still think the Blue Jays are going to make a push. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
One thing you said, the Blue Jays talked about Vladimir Guerrero. I think instead of whenever you're playing softball or whatever, you say that you're about to take a daddy hack and you're going for the fence. You got to change it to Vladdy hack now.
Oh, okay.
The way that dude
I like
swings
it.
back, it's just like dad, but
Yeah.
I like
That's-
that.
He
Vladdy hat.
yeah, he
Vladdy hacks.
swings it. He swings it violently. That's for sure.
Do y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about with baseball?
It's kind of
I mean,
quiet right now. This week's usually.
yeah. I mean, Mason said about the deadline. The next week, depending on how teams play, things are going to get shaken up.
Yeah.
Because who knows, rattle off, 11 wins like they did their 11 losses. they may decide to say, "Hey, let's go get someone."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And,
A lot can still change within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why they did Peterson of all people. Is just it was, yeah, it's selling, but also
He's not.
doing a ton to help us.
And but the Braves need an outfielder with Acuna going down, and then Azuna not being able to play this year. So we needed outfield depth. So it was a needed trade if we're going to try to contend for this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, I say we do fully torqued right now.
All right.
Mason, do you have your fully torqued?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So today was the announcement of the Predators protected list for the NHL expansion draft on Wednesday night.
Oh, I didn't
So
know.
I am.
Okay.
Was the last expansion draft like 3 years ago?
Yeah, 17, I think, with Vegas.
Yeah, it was recent.
So they had, if you don't know much about hockey, you have the option to either protect 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 1 goalie, or 8 skaters and a goalie. And the Predators went the option of 8 skaters. They protected 5 defensemen, which is the only team in the NHL that protected 5 defensemen. Left Ryan Johansson available, Calle Yarncroke, Colton Sissons, Matt Duchene, Rocco Grimaldi, like a lot of the key players that have been on the Preds for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Outside of Duchene, we signed him for agency, but left them available just kind of to retool the offense because that's what hurt us. Our defense is fine. We've made trades the past week. So I'm fully torqued for the expansion draft to see and leading up to free agency because if say that Seattle takes Johansson, who has a huge contract, that opens up so much more cap room for us to go out and sign a big free agent forward. So I'm looking forward to that coming up.
That's cool. Okay, well, mine is just kind of pretty basic, like general, like a general topic. We're only like 53 days away from NFL football. So, and even less than that, I guess, from just any kind of football. So I'm just super pumped about that and looking forward to watching some games and getting into fantasy football, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I'm just super excited for football. I'm fully torqued for football. Okay, who's next?
Well, sorry, I covered up my camera for a second. Tell you what I'm fully torqued for is football. It is only 50-something days away. I don't know what happened. A flip kind of switched. A switch kind of flipped. Sorry. I really just hit the head on the nail right there. But yeah, I had a switch flip, and I don't know, dude. I am just like jacked out of my mind right now for football. I'm already making like fantasy football lists. I'm doing all this stuff. It's time.
Yeah. Well, I remember you saying the other day how you were starting to get the Madden itch.
Yeah, I started getting it. I didn't think I was going to get it, but I started getting it.
I was talking to Grant when I had to go pick him up, and he was talking about how he was like ready to start up Madden again. So,
oh man,
yeah. So it's exciting.
It's time.
All right, Will.
So my fully torqued is Farming Simulator 19 came onto Game Pass for Xbox.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I was talking about it with my dad a couple weeks ago. I was like, I mean, because I show him the lawn mowing simulator, and he's like, "That's really a game?" I was like, "Yeah." I mean, even in the farming simulator, you literally do everything on it.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, it was free for me, I was like, "Okay, I'm downloading that bad boy right now."
Yeah.
About to grow some crops.
Yeah. You need to talk to Condor and Ben Head about it.
Yeah, I heard
a lot.
I've driven a few tractors on the old Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you want to take that itch into the real world, my brother has 69 bred heifers for sale. So if you want
That
to buy
English?
some,
Huh?
yeah,
Like-
cows,
Like,
pregnant
for-
cows.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you meant like to like butcher them or
No, like to have.
yeah. You know, I live in the great farmland that is Green Hills, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
All right. What was it? I can't remember what I was gonna say. What was it I was gonna say we talked about? Not fantasy football yet. There was something else. I don't know. Do y'all have what?
I was gonna say we did a division prediction last week. I didn't know if you wanted to run through that again.
Oh yeah, we could do another division. Do you want to do that, John Alex?
Sure. Let's go. Let's
Who else?
go AFC North.
AFC
North.
North. Okay. And then we can just
Okay.
kind of talk about football and then go into fantasy.
Yeah.
And
And what?
Collin Morikawa.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
what
yeah,
I
I
was.
forgot about.
Okay,
Yeah.
well let's do Collin Morikawa real quick. I know that. Well, Will, you watched some of the Open, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched
Saturday.
yesterday and then kept up with it on my phone today.
Yeah. I know John Alex said that the PMT bump is real.
It is. I
Um,
fully agree with him.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of evidence to support that theory. But yeah, and then I saw that he won like something golfer of the year or champion of the year or something from the
Champion.
PGA.
Champion golfer of the year.
Yeah, it's pretty big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It hurts me. I bet on Spieth before the thing starts. The only
Yeah.
person I bet on, which was a good bet. I feel like going in, but
yeah,
man, him on Saturday on 17 and 18. Golly, that hurts.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. What happened?
So he on 17, beautiful drive down the middle of the fairway. Both of them are par fours, and he bogey 17. Well, then on 18, he gets it to about 20 feet for birdie, and he putts it. Beautiful lag putt. He's about probably a foot and a half to 3 feet. I don't know. It's hard to tell on TV.
Yeah,
And he misses the par putt.
like was it a whip out or what?
Like just went right by the hole. And then
Oh.
he bogeyed 17 and 18, and that's two shots that if he pars both of those holes, that he's tied right there with Collin Morikawa, and he's in the last group, not Morikawa.
Yeah,
So it's a
Yeah, that's-
different dynamic
yeah,
going in.
that's a big
so-
difference. Yeah, lost all his
Yeah.
momentum and everything.
Well, like two shots. That's two shots right there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then like if you're in the last group, your mindset is different. Which I mean, Spieth played decent today, but
Yeah, I mean, and
but your
Morikawa, Rom were
Yeah.
all 4 under.
yeah, like they all played well, but it's just that's just so different. You never know what will happen if you're the one that's in that last group.
yeah,
So-
very different. All right,
It is
well,
what it is.
I guess we can jump into football and do our NFC North predictions.
All right.
What? Will?
AFC.
Or yeah, AFC North. Sorry. I
AFC
missed
North.
it. John Alex, you sounded like you were ready for it. So
Yeah. So I've got the Browns winning.
okay.
I think they're going to go 11-6. I think it's all it's going to take to win that division. I think the Ravens are also going to go 11-6, and it'll come down to the wire.
Like the Browns will have the tiebreaker.
Yeah. I think they'll split the season series and then kind of go from there. I think the Steelers are going to go like 8-9.
Yeah.
I'm not a big believer in their O-line.
Yeah, because they lost to long time starting O-line.
Sorry. And then I think the Bengals are going to kind of make a little bit of a jump, maybe go like 7-10.
Yeah. 6-9,
Um,
7-10. Yeah.
That'd be for them, that's a pretty okay season.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is that's what I got. I think Baker's going to play a little bit better this year than he has in the past.
Well, he was pretty good last year.
Well, sure, but just being in that for the second year will be big time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, my order is the same as yours. I think the Browns go 12-5. I think their defense is going to be dirty. I think it's going to be filthy, and then that with
like it needs to get cleaned up.
Yeah, like it needs to be cleaned, but it's going to be a dominant defense, and I think the run game is going to be amazing, and I think Baker will have another good year, possibly build from last year. I think the Ravens will go 11-6 and finish second. I think they'll be really good. I just think the Browns defense is going to carry them. And then Steelers, I think they'll flirt with they'll be around 500. Maybe go, I don't know, like 9-8. And then Bengals winning 6 or 7 games, finishing 4th in the division. So, yeah. All right. Will or Mason?
I'll go. So I've got the Browns winning the division at 11-6. Kind of the same reasons y'all said. And then in second, I've got the Steelers at 10-7.
Okay.
I think yes, their offensive line is probably going to be one of the worst again in the league because they're losing 4 of their 5 starters, and then their right tackles are probably going to start at left tackle. What's his name again?
I can't think.
Chuck's Okafor.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going to happen. But the way that Big Ben played last year was getting the ball out of his hand really quick. And then I don't think Najee will have as big of an impact as people think. I think he's an upgrade, yes, but again, I think they'll be about the same team as they were last year. Their defense is the best in the league, I think.
I think everybody besides you on this podcast thinks that Najee will be a huge addition.
I think he'll do, John Alex said this the other day, and I agree. I think he'll do a lot of damage through those little dump off passes, screens, and stuff.
Well, I was saying through the run game, because their O line's not going to be that good. He's not going to be effective running the ball. But catching the ball in the backfield on swing pass and screens, that's where he will be effective.
Yeah.
But their defense, I think, will carry them.
That's fair.
I think the Ravens end with the same record at 10-6. I think this division may be the toughest one. 10-7.
Yeah.
And then I think the Bengals are 7-10 right there, but it competing with them in a lot of games.
Yeah.
I think Burrow's going to take a step coming back off ACL. They added Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, very good receiving core, Joe Mixon. Offense line's a little sketch. Defense, it's okay, but
yeah,
I'm ready to see. I think Burrow will take a step this year.
Yeah. All right, Will.
Well, I'm going to reflect the sentiment, except for Mason. I think the Browns are probably going to win it. They won it last year and at least made the playoffs last year. And it kind of just, they got a taste of what it's like. They're no longer,
they're not
kind of how Tennessee. Yeah, they're not like how the Vols are when they play Florida.
Yeah,
they can beat them, but nobody thinks that the Vols are going to win when they play Florida until they, consistently do it again.
Yeah.
So the Browns, 2 years ago, they did well. Last year, they really actually did well. And I think they're just, still going straight up. And, I don't think it's going to be a tie. I think they're going to win it outright. And probably at 12-5, 11-6 probably does win it, but I think they're going to go 12-5 and just, kind of silence all the haters about the Browns still.
Yeah.
And then, the rest of the division doesn't really matter after that.
Okay.
I do think that the Bengals are probably going to be pretty decent. I think that Burrow's going to, he wasn't bad last year by any means. I mean, he was pretty decent as a rookie quarterback. And I think
Yeah, he was
only
good.
having more offensive help,
Yeah.
Having 3 legit receivers is definitely just going to make your job as a quarterback a little bit easier.
And a good running back too.
Yeah, someone's probably going to be open, making your reads a little bit easier.
Mhm.
Hey, they lost Giovanni Bernard though.
Yeah, I will say my bold prediction for this division is that Clowney has double-digit sacks.
For the first time.
Like coming off the edge on the other side of Myles Garrett, I think will be very beneficial for him.
I mean, it's his best situation since having J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know
He still didn't do that with J.J. Watt.
If he can stay healthy, is the big thing.
Yeah.
That's he has a little injury problem. If he stays healthy, I think he gets 10 sacks.
Okay, that'd be great for him.
I mean, does it really count? Or double-digit sacks really that is impressive anymore with the extra game?
Oh yeah, that's true. It is.
I mean, it's one game. I mean, if the 14-16 was a bigger jump, I think. We'll see a little bit of stats increase, especially like passing numbers. I don't think we'll see a ton of defensive numbers just drastically jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another sack or two, that's definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it'd definitely be more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine about 60 more opportunities.
60, yeah.
All right. Well,
30 with running.
Yeah.
When you factor in the maybe he's not in because it's not a passing down. So let's go 25.
Clowney's good but
but
the edge on the run.
Those don't count as sacks. Those count as tackles for loss.
Well, I know, but like I'm saying, he'll be in on those plays.
Yeah, but you can't get a sack to run
thesis.
What, Mason?
Who are the Browns' rotational pass rushers?
Oh, I have no idea. You'd have to look that up. But I know we talked about going into some fantasy positional rankings and talking about that. So I guess we can jump into that. I got to pull mine up. Where is it?
Defensive end.
Yes. So we're going to start out with our top fantasy wide receivers of the year, or top 10. And we're not talking about, the actual best wide receivers, because more often than not, your best wide receivers aren't the best fantasy players. And most of the time, your best fantasy players are the best wide receivers.
Yeah, like we're just talking about like purely fantasy. Will. We're just talking about purely fantasy production, not like who's the most skilled or the best wide receiver in the game.
Yeah. Most of the time, the most skilled aren't the best wide receivers.
Okay. Does anybody want to go, or I can go?
I'll go first. I haven't gone first yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. You have or no, that was for something else. Yeah, I was going to say you have a controversial list, but that was for something basketball related.
White chocolate. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm just going to rifle through it real quick. And I did say rifle, not raffle. I don't know if there's a difference now since I'm starting to pick up a Southern twinge.
Yeah.
But my number one is going to be DK.
Okay.
Last couple of years, I've fallen in love with DK Metcalf. And last year, it seemed like it pretty much it didn't matter what week it was, who was on him. He was going to get his. And it definitely helps that, you had Lockett, also studying out all the time. I mean, they were kind of like 4 deep in the wide receivers last year. Anybody could go off. Number 2, is going to be Devontae Adams,
Okay.
especially if Aaron Rodgers stays. I mean, if he has someone getting him the ball, he's going to get his as well.
Yeah, I did my list like based on the fact that Aaron Rodgers is in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
same.
Aaron Rodgers isn't there, Adams is still a top 10 guy, but he's just going to be more like a 7 guy instead of a number 2.
Yeah.
And the number 3, Stephon Diggs. You know, you saw what he did. You saw what Josh Allen did last year with having Stephon Diggs. That's only going to improve. Number 4, Tyreek Hill. As long as Hill and Mahomes are together, they're gonna be magical. Here comes my first controversial one. You know, obviously someone might disagree with DK being number 1, but that's
That's not that one's not crazy though, I don't think.
Right. But Justin Jefferson, number 5. I think he's the real deal. And last year wasn't a fluke. And just having a little bit more experience under his belt is going to help him out. And then number 6, the other wide receiver from the Rams, Cooper Kupp. He just always seems to, you know, for some reason have a big game. And he's kind of my reach this year. But I'm going to round out my list real quick with 7 being Hopkins, 8 being DJ Moore. I think he's going to be good with the new Joe Brady OC situation. Number 9, Calvin Ridley, and number 10, AJ Brown. AJ Brown's another one of those situations where he's just got so much offensive talent around him that he's kind of too big to fail. But you know, we've known how that's happened before with, you know, like the Titanic or other stuff like that.
Titanic. I mean,
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
very similar.
Easy.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go. I think number 1, I've got Devontae Adams. I just think the connection that him and Rodgers has is amazing. I just think he's very talented, and I think he'll grab number 1. I got Diggs, Stephon Diggs, number 2. I think the Bills' offense will just continue to kind of go forward and take that next step, and I think the Allen to Diggs combo will be really good this year. Tyreek Hill, number 3. I mean, it's Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. Like, they're going to ball out. DK, number 4. Like Will said, I mean, he's in a great situation with a great quarterback and another receiver to kind of take some attention off of him. So, number 5, I've got Calvin Ridley. I think him taking over that number 1 spot for Atlanta, I think that'll be big time. I think he'll really establish himself as number 1. Number 6, I've got Hopkins. 7, I've got Keenan Allen. I think Justin Herbert is going to ball out again this year and just build off last year. So I think that'll help Allen out a lot. AJ Brown, I got 8. I mean, he had a great year last year, and they're adding Julio, so that'll help take some eyes off of him. Robert Woods, number 9. I think.
Ooh, the oppo of me.
I think the Rams getting Stafford is going to be big time. That's going to be. I think that connection is going to be big time, and then Justin Jefferson, number 10. I think he'll be in that top 15 category. I think I've got him sliding in at 10 though. But yeah, I think he'll build off his rookie year and have another great year. So, all right, Mason or John Alex?
I'll go. So at number 1, I've got Devontae Adams. I mean, I think he's the best receiver in the league to begin with, and if Aaron Rodgers is there, he's going to put up crazy numbers. 2, I've got Diggs. I mean, again, he had a great year with Josh Allen last year. 3, Tyreek Hill. I mean, him and Mahomes, they've always put up good numbers.
Christian Mason's supposed to go this time.
Oh, okay. I think that's a pretty universal top 3 right there, though. So that's
yeah. All right, this is where it gets different. All right. So at 4, I've got DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
I think Nuke's going to have a good year, being the main guy. Him and Kyler Murray got another year under their belt together. I think that chemistry is going to show off. At number 5, I've got the same number 5 as Will and Justin Jefferson. I think he's going to have a really good year. It's not going to be a fluke. At 6, I got DK. Good situation. 7, Ridley. I think he's going to explode now that Julio's gone. I think he's going to have a really good year. Number 8, I've got somebody who y'all have not had on your list yet, and that is Michael Thomas.
Yeah, see, I don't know about the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a quarterback situation.
Yes.
Well, there's a situation, not a good one.
Yeah,
There's a reason
they don't have a quarterback.
he'll be
Dude,
all right.
Jameis has 2020 now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing it's 2021.
20. I think Thomas will have a really good year, better than what people are thinking of him. At 9, I've got Keenan Allen. I think Herbert's going to take another big step, and Keenan Allen is. I think he's the second best route runner in the league behind Devontae Adams. Yeah. Very good at getting separation. And then at number 10, I've got Mike Evans.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't throw Evans in there just because they've got so much. But
that's
one of them is going to do it. I think it's Evans for sure.
Well, that's my thing against AJ Brown. I don't think he's going to have just a ton of yes, he'll have opportunities, but Julio's great too. I've got Brown at 11. I've got Julio at 15. So I think they're both going to put up good numbers, but they're going to hurt with each other. And then Henry, I think he goes for 1,600 yards probably again. So,
especially with the extra game for sure.
Yeah. So it takes away a little bit of the ball takes time. So
for sure,
their defense is going to be god awful, so they're going to have to throw the whole game.
Yeah, but see, when we run the ball, it's going to shorten the game.
But but there's not going to be a lot of running when you're down by 14 because your defense can't stop anybody.
Well, that's when we're going to get the ball first and go down and score. And the other team's going to be playing behind.
If only that worked every time, right?
Yeah. Scripted.
Anyway,
plays,
here's the top 10, and this is actually going to be in the order that it happens.
Okay.
So Stephon Diggs is going to be number 1, and I don't know if a lot of people are going to get close because he is the one receiver on a team that is so far and away the clear-cut number 1 and has a quarterback coming back that we know for sure.
Okay, but we were doing it assuming
sure, but I'm telling you, I know
like
for a
far and away
for a fact that Stephon Diggs is coming back. He's just as good of a route runner as Devontae Adams. He's faster than Devontae Adams, so he's better after the catch.
That's fair.
Tyreek Hill's number 2, obvious reasons. I do have Devontae at 3. I got DK at 4, Keenan Allen at number 5, Justin Jefferson at number 6, Calvin Ridley at 7, Hopkins 8, AJ Brown 9, Robert Woods number 10. Put some respect on Robert Woods' name.
Yeah. I think Stafford's going to ball out. So obviously,
yeah, he is.
Obviously, Woods and Kupp are going to ball out. So having either of them up there is very, very understandable. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like wide receiver, like especially the top 5, like a lot of people are going to have the same.
Christian, did you get a haircut?
Shut up. You know I got a haircut. But yeah, like I don't know. I like thinking about some of these guys that haven't, broken into the top 10 before, finally breaking through and getting that. So yeah. I guess we can go on to give them the love and wrap it up unless somebody has.
Oh, we got to do our Nashville Hot.
Oh yeah, Nashville Hot. I forgot about Nashville. My bad. Well, since I forgot about it, I don't have mine ready. So
I don't either.
Will,
I'll tell you my Nashville Hot.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. My Nashville hot, and you mark it down right now. Cooper Kupp will be a top 5 fantasy wide receiver this year.
Just didn't put him in your top 5.
Hold up. Wait
Huh?
a minute.
Listen, I know I didn't put him in mine. That's why it's my hot take. He's going to be.
But if it's your hot take, then it's something you believe, so you would have had him in your top 5.
Well, no, but it's my hot take. It's like one of those things, like if my life was dependent on it, I'm not going to put him up there. But I think on the down low, he could be in
That
that
doesn't
top.
make any sense, but okay.
Yeah, I completely disagree with you. I think he's going to be number 6.
Oh, yeah. Such a
But
difference.
listen, if it's not top 5, I'm wrong. It can't be close. It has to be.
Yeah. Will, do you have your Nashville hot?
See, I was just saying that we needed to include it as a segment, not necessarily that we need to do it next.
Oh, well,
Well,
we're
I
doing
mean, we don't really have anything else.
My Nashville hot
Oh.
take is that our sand volleyball team is going to go home with the chip this year.
Yeah.
We went from being number 10 in the league to number 4 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
6-0 in the last 2 weeks, and I'm talking straight cash money.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Just
stopping this train.
pushing, just breaking through the ceilings just over and over again.
Now, we
Accomplished.
won't talk about how we got those wins, but
Well, 3 of them.
we got 6.
Yeah. Okay, well, my Nashville hot take is that it's not sports related. And I don't know if it's really a hot take, but Taskmaster and Black Widow was trash. That was not the Taskmaster from the comics. Didn't have any cool moments. Like, they didn't put enough Taskmaster in the movie.
We did somersault.
That's not enough.
Dude, I mean, it was awesome.
And
Like
he shot
every-
that bow and arrow like nobody's business.
Every scene with him
Or
in
she.
it was cool.
She.
Whoa, dude, spoiler alert. Will.
It's been a week. People can see it.
Uh,
If you watch TikTok, you know what's going on.
Yeah, but like every scene that Taskmaster was in was awesome, but there wasn't enough Taskmaster. And I didn't like how they did it where he memorized, like, he didn't memorize the way people thought. It was like technology that told him how people thought and stuff. So yeah, that's mine. Mason, what's yours?
All right. So John Alex kind of talked some crap about it earlier, but I think the Titans are going to have a top 15 defense in the league this year.
I'm sorry, Mason. Wait,
He's just talking crap right now.
What'd you say?
I said the Titans are going to have a top 15 defense in the league next year.
Like
Gonna-
next season.
Like,
oh,
in-
wow.
Like, no, 2021.
Oh, okay.
Like this coming season.
Well, like,
Retool the defense.
I'm not trying to like be a jerk. Like, what makes you think that?
Retool the defense and going to hold on to the ball. Time of possession is going to be big. We're going to play old school. Retooling the defense. Secondary's better. That wasn't really the problem. We got a lot better as on the edge. Linebacker core is back. So I think we're just going to be a better team defensively. And top 15 because our offense also got better, and we're going to be able to hold the ball.
Yeah. Who was it that they? Oh, they got Bud Dupree. That's it.
Bud Dupree, yeah. He, if he's healthy, we'll be really good.
Yeah, that was, if he can stay healthy, that's a big ad.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can give them the love and we can wrap it up. So my give them the love.
Good advice.
is- Huh?
What,
Will?
Good advice.
Yeah. My give them the love is, it might just be that I don't really pay attention that well, but I feel like nobody is talking about the fact that the Giants have the best record in the MLB.
Fun fact. I was talking about it because I went to the game yesterday.
Yeah, you like made me realize that. Like I knew
Yeah,
they were
I
having a
didn't.
good year.
I wasn't aware of it either. They did lose though, because
Well, they lost.
not a big deal. Not a big deal. I was at the game. I got this for free. And the thing is, people are saying that St. Louis Jaff led them to a victory. So
St. Louis
Yeah.
Jeff is back
yeah,
from when you
I
were
mean,
like 12.
here's the thing. He's talking crap. He's on his crap. He is just
He's on it. Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
he's
on
on one right now, man.
Um,
He's got a potty mouth.
it. Yeah. But yeah, like you saying that like made me realize like I knew they were having a good year. I didn't know
Yeah.
they were having that good of a year. But I feel like no media is talking about that. So that's my
Yeah.
gift and the love. I'm giving the love to the Giants and letting people know that they have the best record in baseball. So
Do it.
who's next?
I'll go. So I'm gonna give the love to David Fletcher. Unfortunately, today he snapped his 26 game hit streak, but he's I mean, to go on a hit streak like that in the major leagues is super impressive. Since the All-Star break, he is hitting 667 and 15 at bats with 10 RBIs, 1 home run.
That's pretty
Been
good.
super hot. 4 doubles in that. So nobody's talking about him, and he had a 26 game hit streak. So I'm just giving the love to David Fletcher.
That's good. Will or John Alex?
Well, John Alex already went.
No, he just riffed off mine, didn't he?
Oh, maybe. Well, he's going right now, so
He's going right
I'll go ahead and go.
Yeah, you go up. Yeah.
I'm going to give some love to Kyle Hendricks. In the midst of all the Cubs turmoil of this year, he's been able to, stay the Professor 2.0 or
Yeah.
0.5 or something. I'm not going to say, whatever is him calling him like the second coming of Greg Maddux, but not overshining Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
My give him the love is just going to be to feel like baseball's back. People are talking about it.
Yeah.
People are talking about it. It's exciting.
Got a lot of young guys that are very marketable.
Yeah.
We all gave our love to baseball.
I'm also going to give love to Christian's editing skills. So
he's going to need it.
How he's going to learn to edit.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff tonight, fellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try not to do like we did last week and not record.
And Oakley will be back. He's just
Oakley
been having some issues.
Oakley will be back. Yeah.
With commitments.
Yeah. And dominating his flag football league.
Without an ACL.
Yeah. So
it happens.
But yeah, we'll do it again next Sunday. So we'll see you.